Hello guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Erica Unscripted. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe. If you're interested in videos that are all about self-help and personal development. Now, if you are a returning subscriber, hello my love, it's nice to see you here. And thank you for returning. It's glad to see that my videos are creating an impact. So in today's video, guys, I'm going to be talking about how to heal your inner child, okay? So without further ado, let's get into the video. So some of you might be wondering and thinking that, what is Erica talking about when she says healing your inner child? Like, what's an inner child? Let me explain real quick. So the inner child is that part within you that retains all the things that have happened to you throughout your lifetime. So your inner child remembers the happy moments of your life. It remembers traumatic situations that have happened to you. Your inner child also remembers damaging moments that you might have had. So usually in life, when you probably have like depression or like anxiety, or you just feel like you're not 100% okay, it's usually because your inner child is coming back to tell you, listen, I'm still wounded. This happened to us when we were younger, and I still have to recover from that. So it's up to you to actually do inner work to heal that inner child, okay? Today I'll be telling you how you can heal that inner child. So it's important to remember that when we are born and brought into the world, we come in as pure, innocent, bubbly creatures, loving, like you're innocent, you know nothing, you haven't been corrupted by anyone. But along the way, relatives, society, friends, or different factors in life can affect you negatively and make you wounded to some extent. So maybe your parents can inflict certain trauma onto you, and also you can't really blame them, because maybe when they were children as well, their parents did not know better and inflicted trauma as well onto them, which they then passed on to you. But it's up to you to actually like choose and be like, you know what, I know that I've had like a damaged childhood, or like growing up I've been exposed to things that were not so good, but I'm going to heal from those things. It's also important to note that your subconscious self, so that's your day-to-day self, can easily forget like things that have happened to you, but your inner child will not forget. That's why in life you can be completely fine one moment, and then the next moment you're feeling completely low and like you're just triggered by certain things. That's because subconsciously you might be okay, but your inner child within you that never forgets these things is now reminding you that, listen, there is work that needs to be done. Once you heal your inner child, you will live a much more happy life. You'll be more protective of your space, of your mind. You'll be more free to actually do what drives you in life. Like, you pursue your goals without thinking of what other people are going to actually think of you. Like, you won't really care, because that version of you that has been damaged or wounded, you are trying to like heal. It's also good to heal your inner child because you stop being codependent on others. Maybe as a child you were like left behind, or like someone abandoned you, and now you have like attachment issues, you have like abandonment issues. So once you heal that inner child and tell yourself that, you know what, I'm actually enough, like that person left, it's fine, let them go, perhaps they were not meant to be in my life, you will start to just heal that codependency. And it's always not good to be codependent on others, because you are enough just as you are. Also, when you heal your inner child, you start to love yourself more. Like, you are more in touch with your whole being. Like, now you actually want to live your life with purpose. You know what drives you, you know what makes you healthy, you know what spaces trigger you, you know what things affect you in a positive and negative way. So you try to avoid those things because you love yourself, and you even treat yourself much better. Like you become more kinder to yourself, you become more compassionate, and you end up spreading that positive love and energy to the people around you as well. Also, my loves, it becomes much easier for you to actually express how you feel. So it could be feelings of anger, love, happiness. Like you become more in touch with your emotions, so you have like a deeper psychological understanding of how you actually feel, so it will be easier for you to communicate those feelings as opposed to just bottling them up. And we all know it's not good to bottle down things, because eventually you'll explode, and the explosion is a bit messy. So please, yeah. Okay, so I hope you have seen the benefits of healing the inner child. Now, let me tell you how you're actually going to heal this inner child. Personally speaking, I have had issues when it comes to my inner child. Growing up, I have been exposed to a lot of bullying. I've been exposed to a few things that are like very suspect, to say the least. And to be honest, like those things have actually like damaged me to some extent, but I do congratulate myself for having a resilient mindset. Like I'm very level-headed, and I try to like fix myself in whatever way possible, because I know having a healthy mindset is like key to life. Okay, so these are the few things that I've actually done over time, and also it's research that I've also done and compiled over time that has helped me heal my inner child. So for people out there, if you have like inner child issues, you can try out these methods that I'm going to tell you and see if they'll probably like work for you. So the very first thing we're going to do is practice meditation, and you need to listen. When I say meditation, I'm not saying sit down and then like just be quiet and breathe in and out and just no. The meditation we're going to do is you communicating to your inner child. So usually how I conduct this exercise is I like to get a picture of my younger self. Now, I think over here I was like a few months old. I have no idea. I don't remember. But I like to get a picture of my younger self. It doesn't matter like how young it is. Usually it's important if the picture is from a specific time in your life that was like really triggering. So for me, of course, at this age, I can't remember anything, but at least it gives me someone to talk to. Look at your younger self and tell your younger self how you truly feel. Okay. So when I see my younger self, I want to tell her that it's okay to stand out. It's okay to be different. You're not always going to fit in. Things will be a bit hard, but you have to be resilient. People are not always going to be around in your life, but you have to make the choices and remember that you are in a journey of self-discovery, self-growth, and you owe it to yourself to be strong and brave and confident and to keep going. And you are going to grow up to be so fabulous, energetic, talented, attractive, very wise, very ambitious, very stubborn, a bit of a slut, but but it's okay. So yeah, I love you. So basically, that's the reflection I'm talking about. So once you have told, guys, I was holding myself back from crying. That was really emotional. Back to what I was saying. So once you do that meditation, you are going to feel more fulfilled. Like I just did that meditation right now, and I feel more fulfilled. I feel more grounded. I feel like I'm grateful for how far I've come. I feel unstoppable. Like nothing anyone can say right now to me is going to shake me. Like I just feel powerful, So yeah, that's the first step to healing that inner child. So my dears, the second step that we're going to take in order to heal our inner child is to remember that you are not what happens to you. Guys, I can't stress this enough. You are not those bad experiences that happen to you. Bad things in your life cannot define who you're going to be 10 years, 5 years, 2 weeks, 1 week from now. Okay? So if a bad thing happens, look at it and be like, okay, you've happened. How am I going to learn from you? How am I going to move on from this? You're not that thing that has happened to you. You're not that traumatic incident that happened to you in your past. You are not that damage that came. You are not that fragile little girl or like that wounded self-esteem anymore. You can rebuild. You're much stronger. I once had a story on the BBC. You know me, I love to listen to podcasts. And on the BBC, there was this interview that was being conducted with a young female that's doing archery, but she is paralyzed. The story is actually quite horrific. This young lady, her ex-boyfriend was really jealous when he found out that she was in a new relationship with another guy. This one night he comes back to her house and he shoots her in the eye, shoots her down the throat, he rapes her with a gun and damages her like spinal cord. She literally like got very, very horrific injuries. And while I was listening to this girl like tell her story, I was like, you are so brave to have gone through all of that and still come back on top. You are not letting this malicious, vindictive bitch of a boyfriend win, and right now she is competing in archery. Like archery is the art of like, shooting arrows, for those of you who don't know. Yeah, and right now she has changed her life for the better. And I was like, wow, like girl, you have gone through this life-changing, life-threatening situation, but you have turned it around and you are like doing things, you're making things work for you. Of course her life will never be the same, but she is trying to live a new life, lead a new life. She is still going stronger. So I was really motivated by that, and I was like, this is what I usually say, like bad things can happen to you in life, but it's always up to you and how you're going to actually take it. So are you going to take it sitting down, or are you actually going to rise up to the challenge and take control of your narrative once again? So my loves, the next thing we're going to do to heal our inner child is to write down the negative things that we have in our heads, or like those traumatic thoughts, or those thoughts of self-doubt, of self-esteem, or those thoughts of fear. Okay, so maybe let's say, for instance, you feel like not good enough, you feel wounded, not talented, useless, unappreciated, cursed, sick, disgusting, etc, etc. So this could be things that people have said to you over time, and then you ended up believing them. Write them down like I have. I'm not saying I feel like this, I'm just giving you an example. Fold this piece of paper and burn it. Okay, see, you can choose to either burn the paper, tear it up, throw it behind you, or bury it in the ground. Tell yourself, you know what, these are just words. Like if I can write them down out of my head onto the paper, that means I have control. These words don't have control over my head. Always remember, you have absolute control to your mind and to the thoughts you feed your mind. Okay, you can choose what thoughts you want, and the thoughts you want to think about will either be positive or negative. So it's always best to just choose to think happy thoughts. They are free. Why are you going to stress yourself by thinking negative thoughts? It's best to just choose the happy thoughts that are actually going to make you feel good about yourself. It's always best to just feel good about yourself, because then you live a much happier life. And also, if you read out those things to yourself, you will literally laugh and be like, is this how little I think of myself? And then you'll be like, you know what? No, I deserve way more credit because I am stronger than this. So the next thing you're going to do is you are going to find out the things that trigger you and stay away from those things. So it could be a parent, a sibling, friends, it could be a place, it could be a perfume, it could be a location, it could be an outfit, it could be a social media app. Anything that triggers you, you're going to avoid. If you can save yourself from something before getting triggered, so it's best to avoid it. So if you know that, oh my God, if I go to work today and I see that bitch Julie, I'll be triggered. So it's best to avoid Julie. The part of it that's getting triggered is that inner child that needs healing. So if you protect your inner child before actually getting triggered, you'll be okay. And in today's day and age, social media is such a big trigger. It can be triggering where you see people like faking life and doing things, and you feel insecure maybe about your body, about your financial situation, it could be anything. So if you know something triggers you, stay away from it before you actually get triggered. The fifth thing we're going to do, my loves, is to try and validate ourselves. You are going to feed that inner child of yours with compliments. It is easy for people to compliment you and tell you that you're a bad bitch. So why do you find it hard to tell yourself? Tell yourself you're good enough. Tell yourself you're the moment. Tell yourself you're larger than life. Tell yourself you are that queen or king. Validate yourself, guys. It takes nothing. It just builds more of self-awareness. You become more stronger. It's good to compliment yourself. Usually for me, I validate myself a lot. Like, I'm very big on self-love and self-care. I will tell myself, you're perfect, you're beautiful, you're good enough, you're smart, you're intelligent. All the people around you love you. You love all the people in your life. Like, you are nothing but a good person. You need to validate yourself. If it's easy for people to give you compliments and you believe them, why is it hard for you to compliment yourself and believe that you're actually that person? And I can also understand that most of us haven't been validated in life. So that's why it's important to validate yourself. Tell yourself, I see you, I hear you, I love you, you are enough, you're important, and you are safe. Like, validate yourself always. This also ties in with affirmations. Affirmations are usually the things that you want the universe to actually give to you. Always make sure that your affirmations are positive in order for the universe to actually give you positive things, and try to make your affirmation in the present tense, okay? In that way, the universe will give you things in the now. And the last thing we're going to do, my loves, is to be kind to ourselves. Guys, be kind to yourself, because only you knows what you have been through. Only you knows the journey you have walked up to now. People have no idea what you have been through, so it's important to be kind to yourself. Your inner child is a child. You need to be kind to that inner child. Tell your inner child that, you know what, you might have had people do nasty things to you. I will be kind to you. I will love you. I will not leave you alone. I will not leave you behind. I'm not going to bully you. I'm not going to treat you in a way. I'm not going to physically abuse you. Just be kind to yourself and you'll see the positive results, okay? And on that note, my loves, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you learned one or two things from this video. Remember, this channel is about self-help and personal development. I love to share things that I believe will be of an impact to you and to your friends, and also to myself, in the future. Believe me, I know I'll sit down and look back at these videos and be like, yeah. As always, I'm your girl, Nshuti Erica. I love you, and remember, you are enough. You are good enough. Your journey of growth and inner self-healing starts when you actually decide that you want to heal. It starts when you are ready to grow and just be the best version of yourself. And I wish you nothing but the best. And always remember, I love you. If you have any concerns or if you want to reach out to me, my Instagram is at Nshuti Erica. I'm going to put it down below, so that you can reach out to me. We can share ideas and exchange thoughts and exchange love and light. I love you. Till next time, love and light.